What up, y'all? So we're back with the vet. About to take these flares off. So I never did cut the inside of this. I just never got back around to it. But heading back home from Louisiana like about a week ago, doing like 80 on the interstate, and then just out of nowhere, crazy pothole. So ended up see, all right. So you can see the little spots where the black paint is wore down to the red. So this is all just plastic dip just to cover that up, but hit a real mean dip. Get out of the way of the sun. All right. So yeah, got me a crack right there, real bad crack. Luckily, it came up a little bit, but it's not like noticeable from far off. So I'm good on it for now, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this flare off. I'm gonna trim off the a chunk of the factory quarter panel right there, just so I won't have to worry about it later. And then I'm gonna come back and fix this crack whenever I get time to wrap it. So I'm dailying this right now, so I should be switching this back out with my Impala in a couple weeks, I guess, about a week maybe. So once I get back to dailying the Impala, I can start taking this down, sanding everything, and getting the body ready for the wrap. So that's the main issue right now. But still gotta do a bunch of sanding anyway. So hood is you know, paint chipped up. Got like almost 200,000 miles on here, so I got a lot of sanding and whatnot to do before I can wrap it anyway. So a whole lot of body work going on with this before I can wrap it. So it's just one more thing added to the list. But for now, I'm about to go ahead and take these flares off, trim everything in here so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Should give me at least like an extra inch or so of clearance, so that should be fine. The front, I don't have anything to worry about up front. Everything is good. Tires still fit. For the most part, they fit inside about like the other ones. Like it sticks slightly, but I haven't had any issue with scrubbing in the front. So I'm gonna go ahead, take these flares off, and get to trimming. So this is flare off. Big nasty crack, but you know, this much crack, all of this is under the flare, so luckily you can't see that anyway. So this is the only part you can actually see. But still, we're gonna go ahead and chop a bunch of this out. I won't have to worry about that, and then I'll deal with fixing this later. I'm not gonna fix it today because I'm not wrapping this no time soon. So I'm not gonna fix it until it's about time to actually wrap it, because I don't want to ride around with like a big primer spot on here either. So I figure as long as the paint is still on here, it won't be noticeable unless it's like up close. So I'm not gonna worry about fixing it until I figure out a color and start body working this to get it wrapped. But yeah, this is bad. So luckily I got flares and I'm not riding around, you know, regular body with some wheels that stick out a little bit, because that could have been rough. But yeah, let's go ahead and got my drummer, just got to get extension cord ran out here. So I'm gonna cut all this stuff and we should be good after this. So that didn't take but a second. I really should have cut this the day I put these flares on, because it legit don't take 5 minutes. But anyway, I got about an inch cut out. So this should give me about an inch of clearance. So it goes up all the way to the right at the factory wheel well. So it's not cut above the wheel well. So if the wheel well would have touched, you know, it's still gonna touch. But this should be plenty room. This is the only part right here. So this is about, you know, almost an inch higher than the wheel well, but that shouldn't be a problem. Everything else is right on par with the wheel well. So I don't have any, well, of course I probably wouldn't have scrub marks on that because it was hitting the fender, but anyway, I should have plenty room for suspension travel. I went ahead and popped this back in place, sanded it down, so I probably could fix this now, but the issue, like I said, I don't feel like having a big primer block and I'm not about to respray this whole panel because I don't have the actual color match for this. Like the flares was kind of lucky, but I don't want to paint the whole quarter panel the same as this, and then you probably will be able to tell that it's not exactly the same as this. So we just gonna wait until we wrap it, and I will fix it, prime it, cover it with some kind of paint, and then wrap everything. So the whole car will be a whole new color. But yeah, it's actually not that bad though. So I said this should be a pretty easy fix. And like I said, it's just fiberglass, so that should be a pretty easy fix when I get around to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint some more black over this, just so if you look under the flare, like on this side over here, if you look under the flare, which you shouldn't be able to see it once it's you know, with everything cut, but all of this right here, yeah, all of that, so you can see some of the old spots. So I want to just, whatever that might be seen, I want to paint it black so you don't see red underneath. So we'll go ahead, grab some black paint and spray that, put the wheel back on, or put the flare back on, put the wheel back on, and then do the other side. So I'll cut y'all back on once everything is done, I guess. Everything is finished. Just jacked the car, well, let the car down, so still got to settle some. But if you can see, the actual, you probably can't see. Oh yeah, there we go. So we are way up here now, as opposed to being about right here. So before it was about right here where my finger is. So got about an extra inch and some change of space, so we should be good on that. Same on this side. Maybe you can see it a little better. There we go. So we're way up here instead of being about like right here. So should be enough for plenty of suspension travel for the back. I don't know why my camera keep going in and out like that, but yeah, so I shouldn't have to worry about any more scrubbing. So we're good on that. And get up close. Where we at? There we go. So we still got this little piece, but that's cool. I'll get all that fixed when it's time to wrap it. As soon as you step back, you really can't see it. So luckily, you know, the paint didn't just break off right there, and it didn't rip all the way up. So we're good for now. The wrap will be, was it April? Maybe I'll wrap this end of May, I think. End of May, maybe early June, it should be wrapped. But yeah, that's it for now. I will catch y'all in the next one. Oh yeah, and I got this Flareon sticker. My son real big into Pokemon right now, so he thinks that's so cool when I go to school to pick him up. But yeah, that's it. So I will check y'all in the next one.